All right, hey, I'm excited about what's coming up January 21, 22, 23, 24. We've got
Yes.
SoftWashapolooza. It's our 9th annual, and I'm talking today to Santiago Arango. Great to have you here.
Yes.
Now, before I get to you, though, because everybody wants to hear from you, you know, a lot of people know your name, but they don't really know Santiago. Well, they're about to get to know you. Coming up January, we're having the SoftWashapolooza. And the goal this year is for everybody to walk away after these 3 days with a business plan. We want them to know what they're going to be doing for 2020 to achieve the goals that they set. And not only do they need a plan, but they need to know where some of the roadblocks may come up. Maybe we'll talk about self-limiting beliefs. Maybe there are other things that are going to jump up in the way. But we want to remove obstacles, or at least be aware, acknowledge them, so we know how to cut through them. And some people, though, may say, I already have a plan. Dan, I don't. Then I would tell you, if you already have a plan, you need to come and sharpen that plan. 3 days, Orlando, Florida, in January. I don't think there could be a whole lot more said to convince somebody to come. You're going to end up with a business plan. You're going to have great weather. You're going to be in Orlando, Florida. So let me transition to Santiago Arango. Santiago, you actually have an email that says coach. But who are you? Where did you? I know you work with the Howard Partridge Corporation. I don't really know what you do.
Perfect.
Okay. Tell us.
I'll tell you what. Absolutely. I started as a carpet cleaner in the field back in 2000. So what is this? 2019, the end of 2019. We're about to be over there in January with everybody. So I've been working for Howard, and this is important for everybody to recognize. I work for Howard now going on 19 years.
Wow.
So you got to realize a couple of things. One, why should I stay with Howard for so long? Number one, right? Especially those of you that know Howard, you're going to, you know, as soon as you know him, you'll be like, okay, I see why, right? Those of you that don't know him, it's like, let's figure out, there's got to be something else here.
Yes.
But number two is I've had an amazing opportunity to grow through the business, to see people that I grew up in the business with, to be able to now have an opportunity to speak into their lives. And then since that point, to be able to do the same thing for other small business owners around the world. Now, here's the exciting thing. My dad was a small business owner. He was extremely successful. Like, I can't tell you how rich we were. We were super rich. We had several homes. We had anything that we wanted. I grew up with it all, except my dad. My dad was always working.
Wow.
My dad would get home at 8, 9, sometimes 10 p.m. at night, exhausted from working all day, providing for the family extremely well, doing things extremely well, but I didn't grow up with him being there.
Wow. Okay. I knew I didn't know everything about you. So on the one hand, you have Howard Partridge that starts from nothing, grows up in abject poverty. On the other hand, you've got you who, by your own words, you had everything except your dad. That's a powerful, powerful statement. That's not that your dad didn't love you. That's not
Right.
the thing here. But he was busy in the business. One of the things that's extremely interesting. One of the reasons I invited you to Keynote is not just because you work for Howard, but because you have done so much for SoftWashSystems. And I know how highly Howard thinks of you. So we've asked you to not only deliver one of our keynote addresses, but you're going to be doing a couple of classes outside of that.
Yes.
The value that you believe people are going to walk away with from SoftWashapolooza.
Man, absolutely. So you mentioned the plan. Zig Ziglar used to say, plan, prepare, and then you can expect. It starts with the plan. Then it's going to lead into preparation, and then we can expect, only then can we expect to win. Now, I'm so grateful that I'm going to be able to be there and share with everybody and connect with everybody on these 3 specific things, right? when I'm going to be doing the keynote, there's one thing that I realize that it's such an important thing. We have technology nowadays, yet most people don't use it to its full potential. There's so many folks stuck doing daily repetitions of things that they could automate. There's so many things that could be done to make a business run more efficiently, to make more money, and more importantly, to make more profits. What if we could take all those things, put them in together, but not to take up more of your time to actually get it done? So we're going to put a plan together, and we're going to say, okay, this is going to be the blueprint, that if we follow this blueprint, things are going to be expected on the other side. But how many pieces of this blueprint can we automate without you being responsible every day
Excellent.
to get it done?
Excellent.
Absolutely. Second thing is, look, I mentioned about the team members, right? I grew up over there at the cleaning company, and I was on the field. I saw guys that hated their job, and I saw guys that loved their job. What's the difference there? Why is it that we spend so much time, energy, money trying to attract the best possible team members, and then when we got them, then that's it? What happens there? I'll never forget. I can't remember who said it. I don't know if it was Zig or who said it, but they would talk about this, right? You spend so much time doing that to bring that person in. Now,
Yes.
What if some people say, well, you know what? I'm just going to spend all this time to train them, to get them ready, and they're just going to leave.
Right.
Okay, but what's the opposite? You don't train them and they stay?
That's a problem.
That's a big problem. Absolutely. So some folks are just saying, look, I just want more out of my team members. And can I say something? Your team members want more out of you. This is a two-way street. We have to grow as business leaders in order to expect our team members to grow. When
Yes.
we do those two things, my goodness, it's pretty amazing the things that can happen. Yes, you see people making more money. You see people, accomplishing their dreams with what they want in their house, their cars, all these financial dreams. But also you see families changed as a result of this.
Yes, so excellent. One of the themes that's running through all of my conversations with all of our keynote speakers is the climate has changed. It's a buyer's market now. We have to think about how we are leading. And often I've discovered it's not, when we discover a better way we can lead in our company, it also improves the way we lead in our family or our personal lives and how we are living our lives. But it's a two-way street. That's what you were just saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely true. And it's just so exciting that we're going to be able to jump into these things and just go through it one by one. And then finally, the last thing is about sales. Look, nothing happens in a business until a sale is made. That's the bottom line, the simple, direct process. Yes. There's processes that work. There's processes that don't work. At the end of the day, it's not about, this is the best way to do it. This is not the best way to do it. At the end of the day, is which one is going to give you the results that you are looking for in your business.
Yes.
What is the goal and how are we going to accomplish that? And how do we bring that into a system that we can teach and train our team members to follow so that they also get the exact same results that you did without you having to be there?
It fires me up. Santiago, yeah. I am fired up because when people walk away, they will have a plan. They will have executable concepts, principles that they can put into practice day one. Instead of scrambling and trying to figure out, where do I go for this and how am I going to do that? We're going to sit down in a focused time, those 3 days, January 22 through the 24th, and we're going to set a plan out on paper, and then we're going to set the steps out for getting where we need to go, including how we interact with our employees, including how do I leverage my time using electronics.
Absolutely.
I'm fired up. I'm fired up that you're going to be there too, and thank you for making the time. I know that there was a lot of schedule changes that need to be made and stuff, but you have made an enormous effort to be there, and I want everybody to be aware of that. because I know that you're going to add value to every single man or woman who's going to be there. So thank you. We've got an enormous lineup, and I hope you don't mind, but you're batting cleanup. You know, we're going to try to get enough people on base, but you got to swing the bat and get them in. We're going to start with Jimmy the Rookie Morris. We're launched with that. Colleen Rogers, who is an expert not only in HR, but in how to get and retain talent. We're going to have Brandon Vaughn there helping us work through some development of a plan. We're coming in with the Howard Partridge. Then we've got cleanup. Santiago, you gonna be able to handle it?
Hey, I'm the closer, right? That's it.
That's all.
ABC, always be closing. So I'll be there on Friday. I can't wait to be with you guys. I'll be there actually Wednesday as well to hang out with everybody, get to know everybody, get to connect with everybody. And look, here's one thing that I always say. You go to a conference and you see everybody there, and you may think, you know, somebody is going to be speaking. They're the speaker, right? Yes. Look, they're human beings, just like everybody else. We eat. We have a good time. We talk. So let's connect while you're here. Let me know. Yes. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to get to know about your plans. I'd like to get to know about your business. I'd like to get to know about your challenges. And if we can sit down within 5-10 minutes, I'm sure we can come up with specific things that can get you out of a rut or just getting you thinking bigger into the next step. Because 2020 is a year that's going to be amazing for everybody. Only if we choose it, if we plan it, if we prepare for it, and then we can expect for it.
Amen. Perfect way to close. We call it Vision 2020. It is the year to grow. But as you say, only if you plan for it. And thank you for what you just said, Santiago, because I know that each one of the people we have invited to be a part of this has the attitude of, if you see me in the hallway, I can talk to you. I'm not so important. I'm not so great that I stand on the stage and proclaim some great thing. I'm willing, not only you, but every single one of the people I've mentioned and more, that's the reason we do this conference. Now I'm going to hold it to 130 people. So the first 130 people that sign up and to get their ticket, they can click right below and get their ticket. Looking forward to seeing you in January, my friend.
Awesome, Dan. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing everybody else out there.
All right.